All right, hey, we just got done seeing A Walk Among the Tombstones, new crime thriller with Liam Neeson. I've been getting this trailer for a while now. From what I read, the director actually hasn't directed that much. He's written a lot, though. But I'll just go and say right now, knowing that this isn't a guy that's done a whole lot of directing, this guy should do some more because I love the directing style of this film.
Yeah.
This was a really good movie. I liked it a lot.
It was. I enjoyed it.
I really, really liked it. It deserves a lot better than 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. But you might want to get a little bit more. You're like only half of your face shown. But yeah, so if you've seen the trailer does a pretty good job showing you what it's about. Neeson's a former cop, and so now he's a private detective, and he gets approached to investigate a group that kidnapped and brutally murdered a guy's wife. You know, he paid the ransom, but they killed her anyways. So for the people that are like, oh, it's taken. Well, it's really not taken. So shut up. So it's more of it's kind of a serial killer movie, really. I mean, it's one of those. It's a serial killer movie. It's done
with
well.
The entire movie not focused on the serial killers.
For the most part. There's a couple scenes we get where we actually focus on them, but for the most part, they're kind of out of the picture, which is done well for the most part. So Neeson is, investigating this sketchy group. So yeah, Neeson is investigating, and he's traumatized from what happened when he was a cop, and so that has a big part to do with kind of the development of his character. He also befriends this teenage homeless kid who is actually very smart, but also has kind of a sass to him, and they bond pretty quickly. And from there on. So what is it about this movie that works really well? Well, one, this is based on a novel, and I'm starting to realize more and more is that when I watch an action crime movie that's based on a book, like Jack Reacher, for instance, you can kind of tell that it's based on a crime mystery novel after a while. And the reasons you can tell is because of the dialogue. Novel dialogue is really different from screenplay dialogue. Because novel dialogue, especially within like crime mystery thrillers like this, it tends to be more kind of cool sounding, and the dialogue tends to have some more memorable lines in there. Not the kind of things that you hear every day. And sometimes it doesn't work well on film, hence why there are things that you can do in a novel that you can't do in a movie. But sometimes that does work out well. I think it worked well in Jack Reacher. And I think it worked really well in this. And now, first of all, this is not like Jack Reacher. I'm not comparing the two all together, just in that small case. But yeah, the dialogue, it's overall really good. And yeah, for people that are saying this is like Taken was a PG-13, this movie's a hard R.
Oh yeah.
And it's awesome. And okay, one moment that is a little bit like Taken is kind of towards the end, towards the climax, when Liam Neeson is in a black sweatshirt like he was in Taken, and he's on the phone with one of the killers, and they're basically they're kind of negotiating some terms at the moment because, of course, towards the end, the two guys kidnap another person, but this time Liam Neeson's going to try to save that person. And so they're kind of negotiating that, but at the same time, these two guys are just kind of going back and forth saying what they're going to do to each other. They're going to kill each other. And here's why it's not like Taken, because they said things that Taken would never be allowed to say and be a PG-13. It was kind of funny. The banter between the two back and forth is pretty awesome. And that's what's so cool is Liam Neeson in this movie, his character, he's traumatized. He's got, kind of demons inside and such. But when it comes to him, when the going, gets tough and he's facing a tough situation and he's looking at like a dangerous person right in the eye, he does not flinch. He is not scared.
He doesn't
show
villain at one point.
Exactly. At one point, one of the villains has a gun right to his head, and Liam Neeson doesn't even blink. He's like, why are you not afraid? Like,
why are you not scared, man?
Yeah, and then there's also a scene before that where this guy confronts Liam Neeson with a knife in his hand, and Liam Neeson's just like, well, you caught me. Are you gonna try to stab me with that? Like, he just like he is not showing any.
I thought what he said was a little bit more funny. Like, I can't say it, but he's
like,
so you're gonna stab me with that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Like,
oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, but I mean, and not just Liam Neeson. The acting overall is solid. The characters are memorable. Even the small ones, like small characters that don't even show up till the final act. Like the father of the girl gets kidnapped. Like, he is kind of a unique character, and he literally gets introduced in the last 20 minutes, and you already like remember him. Like, again, novel stuff. It's done well, and I don't know how. For all I know, this does not adapt the novel well. Maybe this is far from the novel, but it feels like a novel, like a good mystery novel, and it's done really well. The directing style, I liked how they did the. Just point out small things here. I like how they did the title sequence in the beginning. I liked how it was edited
like
in.
As things
are moving on. Yeah, it was done really well. I like that. I like the music. I like the piano cover of Black Hole Sun that's in the trailer, and it's played at the end credits. And yeah, like just really, really unique stuff. It's a unique film. Is it terribly unpredictable? No. It's there are a lot of times where I was sitting there and I was like, I don't know exactly where this is going, but at the end of the day, you kind of know what the climax is going to be. You kind of know what the resolution is going to be. But there's nothing wrong with that because it's done well. That's the thing. You can have things like that if it's done well. And this movie does it well. And even if, from a story writing perspective, even if it doesn't do the most refreshing structure of all time, it still has a refreshing direction of it. It still has a refreshing execution of it. And for that, I mean, that alone, that's good enough for me. But to say some other things that I liked a lot, I mean, I thought the villains were pretty creepy. The guy without the beard, I could have sworn was Michael Shannon. But I kept looking it up, and
I don't know.
Doesn't say it's Michael Shannon, so it's not Michael Shannon. He's a newer actor. I don't know if you would know him for anything, but he's one of my favorite current actors. He's pretty cool. But yeah, it's not him. But it's two main villains. They're creepy. They're sketchy.
They enjoy.
They're sadistic.
Doing what they do.
I mean, hence why it's kind of like a serial killer drama. Excuse me. The kid, the homeless kid that Liam Neeson's character befriends, I thought he did a good job too.
He did, but I couldn't tell what he was saying half the time.
But I think that was part of the point.
I know.
He's this homeless New York, teenager. Yeah, like he's talking slang. And Liam Neeson brings that up throughout the film that he can't understand a freaking word he's saying. And there are little moments where Liam Neeson starts like talking back to him in his slang. And I couldn't tell if that was him his character trying to fit in, or if it's him just being a smart aleck and teasing him.
I'm assuming smart aleck.
It was funny. And something else to point out, this movie takes place in the 90s, and I actually really like that. A lot of movies today that take place in the present, especially horror movies, they always have to write into the script that plot point where the cell phone gets damaged, that plot point where they lose their phone, that plot point where they can't get a signal, always some reason. Because realistically, when you look at a lot of these stories, like, why didn't they just call the police on their phone? Well, this is the 90s. Almost no one has a cell phone in this time period. Like, it's kind of perfect. Like, it works perfect. And there's a lot of other little things. The killers are constantly using phone booths to talk to, people. Stuff like that. Many little stuff like that. When you see the snuff film that they made, the quality is very, cheap looking. Just little things like that. I actually like that this was in the 90s. I thought it worked really well, actually.
There's actually a pretty funny thing with the phone booths when they're having their dialogue or whatever, and you hear their operator go, "Please deposit 25 more cents," and Liam Neeson is like, "You got some quarters, or do you want me to call you back?"
Yeah. Got another quarter, or you want me to leave? You want to leave me your phone number? I'll call you back. I loved that. That was great. Little things like that. It's a really good, crime mystery thriller. There's not much to say. I mean, I don't want to give away the whole movie, so I'd say go see it. Definitely.
I recommend it.
It's
really good.
And kidding aside, teasing aside, if you kind of want to see it, but you're on the fence because you're afraid it's going to be like Taken, this seriously is nothing like Taken. I mean, okay, I get why people compared Taken to Nonstop and Unknown. Even though those movies, in my opinion, are nothing like that. I get it. I get why people would say that. This is not like Taken. It's not. It's its own thing. And rightfully so.
If anyone is comparing it to Taken, then they're taking little
nitpicking
pieces of it that are in every other movie too.
Not to mention they probably didn't even see the movie.
Exactly.
Really good movie. B+. I liked it a lot. You have any other things to say? I don't have much to say. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was really good.
All right, cool.
I mean, there's not much more we can say without.
I don't really think we need to. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Liam Neeson fan, go see this.
Yeah. Exactly. If you want to see a solid Neeson performance, go check it out. He's been really busy this year between Nonstop, Lego Movie, this. Maybe he did something else. I can't remember. But, really good movie. We could talk about trailers real quick.
We could talk about our favorite.
For the millionth freaking time, we got Dracula Untold. I swear almost every movie I've been to the past 2 months have been, and it's the same trailer.
Yeah, they don't even... Yeah.
Give me another trailer, for the love of God. I mean,
it's the same way with Fury, which we got another one for.
You know what? But that trailer I had not seen before. I'll give it that. That's not the same trailer we've been getting of Fury.
It was.
No, it's not.
It wasn't?
It's not. Because I've seen that trailer so many times that I remember.
I might not have been.
So we got another Fury trailer, but it was at least a little different, because in the original trailer they don't mention that their tank gets broken down.
I guess they didn't.
So because I remember that, I was like, oh, I didn't know that happened in the movie. So we got another Fury trailer, but at least it was a different one. We got freaking Dracula Untold for the millionth freaking time. I'm so tired of it. I'm so glad that it's almost coming out. Not because I'm hoping it will be really good, just so I won't get the trailer anymore. Okay. I think the only new trailer that I got at least, that I hadn't seen before, was this new action, really over the top action.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. And that looks kind of awesome.
It looks amazing.
Keanu Reeves' dog gets killed. So now it's time to bust out the guns and go guns blazing.
No, they stole his car too.
Oh, they did? Okay, they stole his car too. But this looks really, intentionally over the top, intentionally, cheesy for the sake of it being funny. It is an R, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, if that was PG-13, then that would probably suck.
Look at the trailer, dude. He's shooting people and
there are shots of women's butts and stuff. I was like, yeah, this is definitely an R. That's what I thought. But yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to, Keanu Reeves caging up an action film. That will be fun. Say what you will about.
I love his hair.
He looks. Yeah,
Keanu looks like Jesus.
Keanu looks ridiculous. He looks like. Okay, you know what it looks like? It looks like before going on the set of this film, he got done shooting his 5 minutes and 47 Ronin, and he kept the beard and hair like it wasn't a wig, and then they're like, really? He's like, oh, we'll just shoot it with this. It's fine. He looks ridiculous, and it's awesome. This movie actually looks really fun. Willem Dafoe's in it.
There was a lot of people.
It had a pretty good cast listing. I'm not sure who directed it, so I'm going to look that up when I get home. Pretty excited for that.
What was it called again?
It was his name. It was a name movie. It was like Johnny something, something like that. Not Johnny Mnemonic. That's a different film.
It was Nick or Mick or
something.
It's something like that.
It's a name, John Carter, Jack Reacher. It's all these movies. But that looks pretty fun. I'm trying to remember what the other... Into the Woods.
Oh, yeah.
We got a Disney trailer.
Yeah.
At a serial killer movie.
Yeah, that was funny.
We got Into the Woods again. That's the second time we've gotten it. What was the other one? I feel like there was at least one more we got.
I think there was two more. Oh, we got the Adam Sandler one again.
Oh, yeah, different trailer for Men, Women, and Children. I actually really want to see what that is. That actually looks really good to me. I like kind of dramas like that. Dramas like Ordinary People, where it's kind of going into things that everybody can relate to.
Yeah, you can watch soap operas then, dude.
Shut up. But it looks really, really good. I think that actually looks really good.
I think we got another one, but
we did. What was the first trailer we got? It was we looked it up. It was the Bill Murray movie. I think it's called Saint Vincent. I've actually seen that trailer. That's the third time I've seen it. That might be the first time you've seen it, probably.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw it.
Yeah. It's Bill Murray doing a comedy drama. It'll probably be good. Not the biggest Melissa McCarthy fan, to be honest, but I don't think she's
the one from Tammy.
Yeah. But
greatest movie of this
But I
year.
mean, she's done some good acting before, so we'll see about that. But
yeah, she's not trying to be funny in this movie.
Well, yeah, exactly. Okay, so Walk Among the Tombstones. Check it out. Thanks for watching. See ya.